Yo, we back on the map, people. Where is everybody at? What up, Fight World? Your boy Ego in the back with some more boxing. Let's talk about some stuff. I want to see what's up with you guys. Get it cracking. Come right in. This is gonna be fun. Shout out to the Bronx. I'm just getting set up, y'all. Yo, what up, y'all? They want to hate so bad. I was just sending out a I was putting the link on my Twitter, and then I already seen we have a dislike. They want to hate so bad. I said no more than like 3 words, and they already have a dislike. That's funny. I don't know what y'all think that does, but we still working. We still mobbing. Catch some bodies. Hey, see this is the thing. You can't outwork me. The truth will get spoken around these parts. You know what I mean? Good luck trying to outwork me, because I know some of the haters, they don't keep it real, so they can't do this full time. You know what I'm saying? Because no one's tuning into them like that, so they can't do this. So when they get off, when they tired and exhausted from working 8 hours, then they got to try to compete and spit their bullshit to compete with the truth. Good luck with that. Meanwhile, it's getting easier and easier for me. Ego, you called it out, bro. What they gonna say now? They're gonna think of another excuse, try to blame Wilder. But see, like I said, how was I able to predict this before it happened? That's all I want to know. How did I say what was gonna happen, what was gonna be in place of it, and then everything I said came true? I said he's gonna fight Gerald Miller or Povetkin, and then Gerald Miller's been out of the conversation. He hasn't really been in, because it looked like the WBA was gonna say Povetkin. So then that got narrowed down to he's fighting either Povetkin or Wilder. I told you guys who he's gonna fight next. I told you for some reason, somehow, some way, it wouldn't be Wilder. And then guess what? It's not Wilder. I told you before all the 2 weeks and contract, I told you they're gonna find some way to blame Wilder. This is just too predictable. I told you this. I called all of this. See, and I know it hurts, because I know some of the AJ protectors who won't even call this shit fair. They are acting like they really believe the fight would be next, and now they're having to backtrack. Oh, but Povetkin's still a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Once again, they have to keep switching up. They have to keep switching up. You beat ESPN's update, Ego the champ. What update for what? As far as what? Man, I beat it. Of course I beat it, because I said it before it happened. I told you what was going to be next. So yeah, I beat it, because I beat it in the sense of I told you before it even happened. And you know it's like utterly disgusting. We don't even have that many people in here yet, because I think YouTube's slipping. So I kind of want to show y'all now. I could show y'all right now. Shout out to the army. The disgusting thing is the man fans. The man fans are so inferior to what we're doing that everything scares them. They're so insecure about, you know what I mean, their voice not mattering anymore. So they're doing anything to try to prove their point and to stay relevant. It's just like, have you ever killed an insect, like a roach or something, and you spray roach spray or Raid on them, and they, you know what I mean, they don't know what to do, right? Actually, sometimes, you know, motherfuckers from the hood, they just spray whatever. It be Febreze, Windex, just all that shit be having the roach fucked up. But yeah, definitely if you put like a pesticide, like a Raid or bug spray, they just, that's what's happening to old media. They're getting phased out. This is what we wanted, and this is what we play. This is what we plan for. I've seen people who are trying to keep up with it and do videos and stuff, and their channels are being phased out. They can no longer afford to, or they don't choose to keep pumping out content because they can't, because they don't have a voice anymore. It's not paying off. It's not substantiating the amount, you know, their efforts aren't being met. You know, that's why people, certain channels, they could keep putting out content because they do this for a living, or it's a part-time gig for them, but they're seeing enough results to keep them motivated. This shit is hard if you're not making no money. It's hard to stay on top of everything. And I'm telling y'all how to make money on this platform. I really am. You make money by putting out honest product, being consistent, being known for something, standing up for something. I just posted this on my Instagram. There's this Caucasian man, and he was like yelling at this guy. He was like, "Yeah, you must be stupid. I've seen people like you on TV." He's mad at this dude on the train because the guy is eating. He's eating food, and he says, "You see the sign? It says no food or drink." But he's eating on the train. So police brutality, situations like Oscar Grant, Flint not having any water for years, any clean water. And this motherfucker's biggest concern is another motherfucker who's a passenger on the train, who paid their fare to be on the train, eating, and the posted sign say no food or drink. Listen, there's a Subway out here. Well, it's not a Subway, it's called BART, but it's out here in the Bay Area. Man, I see crackheads. I've seen like piss. I didn't see them pissing, but I seen piss like flowing down. You worried about somebody eating on a train, eating a drink, and it's not like he was slopping it around and throwing chicken bones on the ground or rib bones or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's eating, he might have a job. He might have to hurry up and eat because he don't have time in between. So this is his only stop. But it's crazy what people choose to focus on. That's my whole point. It's crazy what people choose to focus there on. Like people with police brutality, minorities getting killed at alarming rates, and you mad and being recorded. And he called the police on the dude. He was like, "Yeah, there's a guy on the train. He's dining in." What? The motherfucker said he's dining, and obviously they probably thought he said he's dying. And he was like, "No, he's dining. He's eating on a train." Like, wow. Like I said, it's just funny what people choose to stand up for. See, people, the reason I brought this up is when it comes to YouTube, stand up for something. Be known for something. That's why when I go to fights, it's always love. It's always love. I get love from media. I get love from people in the media that I never even met. They be like, "Oh man, your channel, you doing it, da-da-da. You inspired my channel. I started trying different things." It's crazy. I get love from fans. Because at least, whether you agree with me or not, you know I stand for something. You know I represent something. You know I'm willing to try new ideas, even if I fall flat on my face. That's all I'm saying. So, I'm trying to tell you how to get money on this platform. Fans aren't stupid. I'm not saying they were stupid before, but now it's too easy to prove what's going on in these situations. So if you're not being transparent, you're not keeping it a buck, not just getting a fight prediction wrong, because any of us can do that. Anyone could say, "Oh, I thought the fight would go this way." But like issues like this Joshua Wilder stuff, people see it, and people understand that. Hey, block Jackie Robinson. He just said some slick shit, and then he tried to retract it, but I already seen it. Here, I'll block him. nah, Jackie Robinson, you gotta go. You gonna try to talk slick and then retract it. That's the worst thing you could do, is talk shit and then take it back. Why you take it back then? Blocked, get him out of here. We gonna dodge you like the Dodgers. You Jackie Robinson, get him the fuck out of here. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. People notice these things when people keep it real and when people don't. And what I noticed on this IFL interview, watch, I'm gonna let y'all hear. Eddie Hearn, he has, like, this is uncanny. Can y'all hear me good? The man has contradictions in the same interview. Like, it's not like you have to piece together. I mean, I understand it's an hour long, but you have contradictions within the contained within the same interview. And if you listen carefully, you'll pick up on them. That's bad. Like, it'd be one thing if you said something to HBO and then you got interviewed by Showtime and it's on different links and shit. You're in one sit down interview. See, because somebody was like, oh, Eddie Hearn said this. So I listened to a little bit more of it in between this stream and my last stream. And literally I hit play to resume where I left off in the interview. And I heard the inconsistency. I'm like, oh my God. And I listened to the front part in the car earlier. And I still remember, I'm like, wow, this don't even make sense. And I'm going to make it not make sense for y'all. That's what I'm saying. You guys have to, y'all got to be real when it comes to this stuff. Like, how do you have an inconsistency in the same sit down interview? Smash the like button. The haters can hate, but the supporters can support too. Right? So not even talking about the inconsistencies that have taken place from month to month, week to week, interview to interview, right? You have in the same interview, you said something. Listen.
That in another 6 days. No. Do you understand what I mean? Right. Do you agree with me on that? So they know the comments they wanted to make about the contract. They're saying them now.
They would know, yes.
So why on Sunday does he send me an email saying I'll be back to you on Friday with the comments? Why is he saying to them? Right.
Why would you not? What has happened in that 5 days? Yeah.
No, but why wouldn't you tell me on Sunday? Why wouldn't you tell me the week before? It's absolute.
Hold on, it's coming up.
Rubbish.
Listen.
You don't wait. If Anthony Joshua wanted a fight and they sent a contract, I would send it to our lawyer. I would send it to Frank Smith. Within 48 hours maximum, they would get a reply on the comments. So if Deontay Wilder does want this fight, he has to ask himself and his team some serious questions, who in my opinion have done him a disservice by not dealing with this appropriately.
Okay, let me find this part.
Show me the comments next week if you need a little bit more time.
Hold on.
A bullshit offer.
Hold on, here it is. Listen.
Winkle, dinkle, whatever you want to
see. I'm telling you, this is I study people. I'm trying to tell y'all, I study people, and the Shirley Finkel, Winkle. Okay, that's cute at first, but that's unnecessary. Get to your point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's trying to humor you and lighten you up into listening to what he said. Oh, who's Shirley Dinkle Winkle? That's kind of funny. You know what I mean? And that's a method to, like, loosen you up or whatever, to distract you from what's going on. Okay, forget all the Shirley Winkle. He's like a 80-year-old man or whatever the fuck age he is. You know what I'm saying? He's an older man. Who cares? He's not beefing. He's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not a beef. It's not like, it's like, I've always grew up like, you got to respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's an older dude, been in the game since Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? It's not really fun. Now, if Eddie Hearn and Steven Espinoza, they're probably closer in proximity. You know what I'm saying? Or if Leonard Ellaby and Hearn want to throw jabs, okay, because they're in the same, you know what I mean, age group or some shit, you know, or within a certain thing. But I mean, that's an older dude, you know what I mean? The Shelley Finkel, I seen him. I went to Wilder versus Stavern. So to me, that's all unnecessary. Like, oh, Shirley Finkel, it was cool at first. Okay, cool. But listen, this is the point.
We're all so desperate to sign. It's absolute bullshit.
Okay.
And another thing that I think is so telling from that is Eddie Hearn made a bullshit offer. Is that the same bullshit offer that you supposedly accepted? So what you're saying is that you have accepted a bullshit offer for your client. Those words make it very clear. Finkel, Winkle, Dinkle, whatever you want to call him, had no intention of doing this fight. Deontay, I'm not so sure. I have to trust that he's a fighter, and Joshua wants...
Okay, so right there, that's most of it. I found 2 inconsistencies in that already. If y'all want to hear these 2 inconsistencies, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? 2 inconsistencies just from that. Well, actually, one I got to save because I got to play the other part for you. But I'll tell you one inconsistency. If y'all want this inconsistency, can I get a hell yeah? Okay. He just said Shirley Finkel, Winkle, Dinkle, Binkle, blah, blah, blah. He don't really want the fight because he said it was a bullshit offer because he's told that to World Boxing News, right? He said the counter offer was a bullshit offer, right? That's what he said. So he said that's telling, and that tells you that he don't want the fight. He said Deontay Wilder, I don't know. I think he wants to fight. But there was just a Sky Sports article literally like 2-3 days ago where he said specifically Deontay Wilder doesn't want the fight. He said Deontay Wilder doesn't want the fight. So how are you saying in this interview that, oh, I think it might be Finkel? Now you're pinning the tail on the donkey on Finkel, but you just literally did a Sky Sports interview and said Wilder don't want the fight. This is all provable fact. Go to Sky Sports right now. You know, so that's already one inconsistency. The article from Sky Sports, hold on. Deontay Wilder don't. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna keep spoon feeding you. I'm spoiling you guys by even wasting my time. I got a lot of shit to do. I got fighters from Vegas and I got footage and all types of stuff. And I'm spoiling you guys by even, I already know this stuff. Look, see? I'm lying. I'm spoiling you guys by even pulling this up, because this, you know, all this stuff takes work to prove someone wrong. It's just like a detective. You know what I mean? Y'all got to start donating even more on the super chats because I'm piecing this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the title of the article and I'm going to play the bit for you. And you'll hear the contradiction as you're seeing it on screen. It's hilarious. Fucking hilarious. Hold on.
More than anything. And I think Wilder probably does. Hearn made a bullshit offer.
Watch.
Is that the same bullshit offer that you supposedly accepted?
Look.
So what you're saying is that you have accepted a bullshit offer for your client. Those words make it very clear. Finkel, Winkle, Dinkle, whatever you want to call him, had no intention of doing this fight. Deontay, I'm not so sure. I have to trust that he's a fighter, and Joshua wants this fight more than anything, and I think Wilder probably does too. If Finkel's got the mindset,
okay, you heard it.
Bullshit offer. Do you think he's going to try and?
He just said, this is like real life forensic file shit. He says, I have to trust that Deontay Wilder is a fighter, and I have to trust that I think Deontay Wilder wants to fight. But what does this say? Deontay Wilder does not want Anthony Joshua fight, believes Eddie Hearn. like, do y'all really think, like, honestly, do you think this is the way to beat me to the man fans? Like, these are just easy. Like, I'm not even having to, like, I'm not breaking a sweat. Like, look, no sweat. Like, I'm not sweating or nothing. Like, it's not even hard. We doing cold case files work. You know what I mean? Like, real new media. I just showed you the clip where he said Wilder don't want to fight, and he just said Wilder wants to fight now. He said, I think Wilder.
A bullshit offer. Do you think he's going to try and push that through? No, he's not.
Okay, listen, here's the other part. Listen.
Deontay, I'm not so sure. I have to trust that he's a fighter, and Joshua wants this fight more than anything. And I think Wilder probably does too.
I think Wilder does too.
He's got the mindset that this is a bullshit offer.
Here it is.
Do you think he's going to try and push that through?
Okay, this is real quick.
More than anything. And I think Wilder probably does too. If Finkel's got the mindset that this is a bullshit offer, do you think he's going to try and push that through? No, he's not. So, whatever you think of me, whatever you think of Winkle, just know that they had the contract for what would have been 11 days before commenting.
Okay, see, and this is why they call him Fast Talking Ed, because he starts jumping around. So I'm going to pause it right there so you can just hear that, right? So He just said, just so make sure if anyone didn't hear this, I just need you to keep up and follow with me. Did everyone just hear what he said about Finkel? He says, Wilder, I'll say he's a fighter, so I'm going to say he wants to fight. But Shirley Finkel said it's a bullshit offer. So if it's a bullshit offer, do you really think Shirley Finkel is going to push the fight through? So he's basically saying Wilder's a fighter and he wants to fight, which is contradictory to what he told Sky Sports. And he's saying basically Shirley Finkel is the one that doesn't want to push the fight through. Did everybody hear that? Did everyone hear that? Or do I need to play it one more time? So he's one inconsistency. He says that he believes Wilder wants to fight. But a couple days ago, he says Wilder does not want to fight Anthony Joshua, believes Hearn. Now, did everybody hear the Shirley Finkel part? Or because you guys got to follow along. It's really not hard. Here, I'm going to play it again because I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all paying attention. Listen.
More than anything. And I think Wilder probably does too.
Wilder does too.
Finkel's got the mindset that this is a bullshit offer. Do you think he's going to try and push that through? No, he's not. So
he said, if Finkel thinks it's a bullshit offer, do you honestly think that he's going to push the fight through? No, he's not. Keep that in your memory bank. And then this is the same exact interview. Listen.
The contracts. What is happening? Otherwise, I don't know what happens then. If I was watching this, maybe I wouldn't believe Eddie Hearn. And probably buy out. To fight Deontay Wilder. That's our final offer and went back to fight Deontay Wilder. You only had just two little ones that you were going to bullshit offer.
Listen.
What you read out earlier, saying Eddie Hearn just made us a bullshit offer, right? If someone made one of my fighters a bullshit offer, I wouldn't want them to sign it.
I wouldn't want them to sign it.
Does that make sense?
Does that make sense?
Right.
So,
but could you just take it anyway, knowing that it's a bullshit
offer?
Mate,
listen, again, when the fighter calls the shots, I don't know their relationship, but if they come on to me and say, I'll give Anthony Joshua 10 million to fight Deontay Wilder, that's our final offer, and went back to try and renegotiate and said no, I think that offer was a complete joke, right? And I'd go to Josh and go, Josh, this offer is a complete joke. I wouldn't want him to take that fight. If he turned around to me and said, fuck it, I'll do it. But I wouldn't exactly be over the moon jumping.
Okay, see, I think he realized he overstepped. Did you just hear it? He just said, going back to what you said earlier about the bullshit offer. He said his first point was saying Shirley Finkel is lying because he said it's a bullshit offer, but why is he offering his fighter a bullshit offer if he was really intending on doing it? He's saying Shirley Finkel wouldn't push the contract through and would be stalling just because he thought it was a bullshit offer. But then he just told you right now that if he thought it was a bullshit offer, he would advise his fighter, Anthony Joshua, hey, we try to get you a better offer. They're only offering 10 mil. I don't think you should take it. And then he just admitted that if Joshua said, fuck it, I'll take it, that he would make the fight, but he wouldn't be over the moon with it. Did you guys just hear that? That's crazy. He just told you two separate things. Here, it's quick. It's fast talking Ed.
Is a complete joke.
Listen.
So,
could you just take it anyway, knowing that it's a bullshit?
Listen, again, when the fighter calls the shots,
When the fighter calls the shots, I don't know their relationship. He said.
I know their relationship, but if they come on to me and say, I'll give Anthony Joshua 10 million.
If they come on to me and say, hey, we'll give Anthony Joshua 10 million
to fight Deontay Wilder, that's our final offer, and went back to try and renegotiate and said no.
And then we tried to go back to renegotiate and they said no.
I think that offer was a complete joke, right?
I would think that offer was a complete joke, right?
And I'd go to Josh and go, Josh, this offer is a complete joke.
And I would go to Anthony Joshua and say, hey, this offer is a complete joke, right?
I wouldn't want him to take that fight.
I wouldn't want him to take that fight.
If he turned around to me and said, fuck it, I'll do it.
But if he turned around and said, fuck it, I'll do it.
But I wouldn't exactly be over the moon jumping through hoops.
But I wouldn't be over the moon jumping through hoops.
Maybe that's what Shirley's doing.
Maybe that's what Shirley's doing.
He wanted to take the fight because he thought the offer wasn't good enough.
So, did you guys just hear? He basically said that if Joshua said, hold on. He basically said he would advise his fighter the best way possible. And if Joshua was like, fuck it, then he would basically make the fight, despite what his thoughts were, and then the fight would get made. See, that doesn't make sense. So first of all, earlier in the interview, this is crazy. Earlier in the interview, you said that, oh, why would Shelly Finkel, if he thought it was a bullshit offer, why would he push it through? But then you just admit that if you heard there was a bullshit offer for your fighter, Anthony Joshua, and then they were paying you $10 million to fight Wilder, you would tell Joshua, like, hey, my honest advice, don't take that fight. That's some bullshit. But if Joshua said, fuck it, I'll take it, then he said, I won't be over the moon with it. So why can't that be the same thing with Shelly Finkel? Shelly Finkel can think it's a bullshit offer, right? Say it's a bullshit offer, they're trying to give you a flat rate, but maybe Deontay Wilder's so insistent and like, man, I'll take it. It's still $15 million and then I'll knock this dude out. Do you guys get what I'm saying? But then earlier he tried to say that Shelly Finkel was not pushing the contract through because it was a bad deal and he thought it was a bullshit, so that's why he was stalling and prolonging that. But then he later admits in the same exact interview, that he would advise his fighter, give his fighter the best possible advice. And if his fighter Anthony Joshua, he said, I don't know who calls the shots, but if his fighter Anthony Joshua was like, fuck it, I'll take it, then he basically said that he would be like, I'm not over the moon with it, but it is what it is. And then I think he realized he kind of caught himself up, because then he started talking about something else. This shit is easy, man. But that's what I'm saying. No one's whoever's interviewing Eddie Hearn, they're not bringing this stuff up, right? I could do this all day, man. I could do this all day, because the problem with a person like Eddie Hearn is, like, don't insult my intelligence as a person. Like, this boxing shit's cool, but don't insult me as a person. And the thing is, Eddie Hearn talks. He likes to talk. So there's lots of documentation on what he said and what he's felt. And I can give you guys another example. Like, I promise you. See, and this is the thing. It's getting easier and easier because Eddie likes to talk. But listen. We're going to do this a cappella. Listen. This is before Kell Brook fought Errol Spence.
Calm, then in my opinion you need to move up to 154 pounds. You're stronger there, and more importantly, if you stay at welterweight and don't fight Khan, you've got to fight Errol Spence. He said if you stay at welterweight and don't fight Khan, you got to fight Errol Spence. So swerve that. And that's what I said. And he said, that's what I said. Yeah, but what happens with my belt? And the only reason he took the Golovkin fight as well is because he maintained his belt. You know, he wouldn't have vacated that belt to fight Golovkin. So I said, well, you'd have to vacate the belt if you move to 154. He said, no chance. He said, I didn't go out and beat Sean Porter for that belt to just give it up. He said, I will beat him and I will knock him out. He said, get me that fight at Bramall Lane. He said, I'm unbeatable there. You know, that's my place. It's the place I come as a kid watching my team. So we made it happen, and every day he looked stronger. So we made it happen. So once again, that's another classic example of him. He just told you. This is, I'm telling you, I've perfected this style of new media. He just told you in the Kell Brook, they didn't necessarily see eye to eye. He said that Kell Brook should move up to 54 after the Golovkin fight, swerve Errol Spence, which would force you to vacate your belt and make you look extremely bad, like you ducked Errol Spence. Kell Brook was like, nah, I didn't fight Sean Porter and collect that belt to just give it up like that. And so that's a classic example of you guys not seeing eye to eye. Eddie Hearn told you to swerve Errol Spence. He just told you that. Swerve him and move up to 54. And Kell Brook was like, nah. So even if Shirley Dinkle Winkle, whatever you guys want to call him, even if he thinks personally it's a bullshit offer, then it's possible that Wilder just said, fuck it, I'm tired of these excuses, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to knock this dude out. You know what I'm saying? So why is it that you and Kell Brook could have a difference of opinion and you just went ahead and make the fight to the fighter's request, but Shelly Finkel, who's only a co-manager of Deontay Wilder, and he also has an advisor in Al Heyman, but Shelly Finkel's a co-manager, you think it's inconceivable that he doesn't like the offer and thinks Wilder's worth a lot more, but at the bequest of
Deontay Wilder, maybe Wilder's just tired of the games and stuff, and he's just like, man, give me that fight, fuck it, I'll just take the 15 mil. But then earlier in the interview, Eddie Hearn told you, he was like, oh, if it's a bullshit offer, then why were they going to accept it? Allegedly. Why'd you accept Kell Brook, Errol Spence when you didn't want him to fight him? You told him to swerve Errol Spence. So that's how the business goes. If a fighter has a little bit of star power, you're an advisor, you're a manager, you're a promoter. You can give him your best advice, like, hey, you shouldn't fight Errol Spence. Hey, you shouldn't fight Anthony Joshua for that money. But if the fighter really and truly wants it, were you gonna not fulfill that for them? So go back to what he said, the initial statement. He said, oh, Shelly Finkel doesn't really want the fight. The reason we know he doesn't want the fight is because he said it's a bullshit offer. Then why are you gonna sign it? But why'd you sign Errol Spence fight when you didn't want him to fight him? Why did Oscar De La Hoya sign for Canelo to fight Erislandy Lara when he's on Showtime's All Access saying he didn't want that fight to be made? It's because Canelo, the fighter, has a say in his career, and he was pissed off at Erislandy Lara for jumping on the stage after the Angulo win, and he said, give me that fight. So you know what I mean? It does come a time where you have to represent for your fighter, despite what your own personal belief is. So all of this stuff, like I said, Eddie Hearn says a lot of filler.
I've accepted. I had fight.
Listen.
Deontay, I'm not so sure. I have to trust that he's a fighter, and Joshua wants this fight more than anything. And I think Wilder probably does.
Right here.
If Finkel's got the mindset that this is a bullshit offer, do you think he's going to try and push that through? No, he's not.
He says if Finkel thinks it's a bullshit offer, do you honestly think he's going to try to push the fight through? No, he's not. But then you just said later in the same interview that you would give Joshua the best advice you could, and if Joshua said, fuck it, I'll take it, you wouldn't be happy, basically, but in other words, you would make it. And I just played you another clip of the Errol Spence Kell Brook fight, where you on camera said you told Kell Brook to swerve Errol Spence, and he said, I'm not trying to vacate my belt. Make that fight at Bramall Lane. I'm unstoppable there. I told you, I'm like Johnny Cochran with this. And then I already showed you guys this inconsistent. That's why when people say, oh, you're just picking side, I'm not picking side. I'm going off of what I see. He just said in this new IFL interview that, oh, I'm going to give Wilder the benefit of the doubt. He's a fighter. I think he really wants to fight. But today, on Monday, this is what he said. Deontay Wilder does not want Anthony Joshua fight, believes Eddie Hearn. So, explain that. Okay, Monday. Look, Monday. This is Sky Sports Monday. Look at the date, everything. Soak it all in. Hold on. Look, Monday, June 25th. Deontay Wilder does not want Anthony Joshua fight, believes Hearn. Monday. Today is Wednesday. Right? Let me cut the beat a cappella. So that was Monday. Wilder doesn't want the fight. Here's today. Wednesday.
Deontay, I'm not so sure. I have to trust that he's a fighter, and Joshua wants this fight more than anything, and I think Wilder probably does too.
And I think Wilder probably does too. And he's been on record before then saying he thinks Wilder truly wants to fight. He said it before. So what is up with the Monday interview with Sky Sports? Do you get what I'm saying? That, and then you get mad at me. Oh, you just like Wilder, Shelly. He just told you. I have a previous interview. I saved some of this stuff because I know it's going to come into play. I have a previous news clipping where he said, I think Wilder truly wants to fight Joshua, right? Then on Monday of this week, he says that the title says Wilder don't want to fight. And other popular websites posted the same article. Credible websites. Wilder don't want to fight Joshua. Here's why. Boom, boom, boom. Wednesday, he does an interview with IFL and says, oh, I'm going to trust it. Wilder, he's a fighter. I'm going to give him a benefit of the doubt. I think he wants to fight Joshua. Which one is it? It's like I'm talking to people with multiple personalities, split personality. You just said 3 different things in a small time frame. Once again, you're not getting that on my channel. I'm not saying one thing and then churning back to this other thing and then going back to what I originally said. You don't see that. This shit is too easy, man. And this is why we're on top. This is why we'll continue to be on top, because we're calling it real And even the critics that hate it and get mad, dislike it and stuff, they know they can't deny it, and they know they can't do better, and they know they can't come up with this type of journalistic integrity and come up with these points. Like, why don't someone else play these clips? Play clips of me doing this. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you do that? Play clips of me saying something, and then 2 days later I say something different. Why don't someone do, if it's that easy, do it to me. Get a video where I said one thing on Monday, and then on Wednesday I said something totally different that contradicts what I said on Monday, and then 2 days after that I say something back to the original spot. Do it. I want to see it. I think it'll be entertaining. You don't have to call me a bunch of names and stuff. Just do the video. And just do audio. Don't use none of my footage. You know what I'm saying? We know what time it is, man. Another thing is this is concerning. Where is Anthony Joshua in this whole mess? Right? Where is he at? Like, I want to hear from him. I want to hear, why doesn't he do the IFL interview? How do you feel about this? You said in a car, you said that, hold on. Hold on, yo. Hold on. Like I said, I could have been a lawyer with this shit. It just takes, see, there's so much things being said, you have to remember where you heard everything. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Oh shit, I thought I almost found it. Hold on. And I know I can find it because I know I did a video about it. Oh my gosh, hold on. See, like I said, I shouldn't even have to do all this because I covered all this stuff. If you guys follow the channel, you would know all of this stuff. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna be looking all day for this. Yeah, man, I know exactly what it looks like. I just don't know what to type to find it. You guys get what I'm saying? Make sure y'all smash the like button. I'm doing real life detective work. Y'all better pray I can't find this. Now it's pissing me off. Hold on. Ego, what you look? I'm looking for this interview so y'all can see that, because this is how I ultimately kill these haters, because new media is willing to go the extra mile and prove what we say. Point blank, period. We could prove what we say. Like I said, I remember where I seen it. I know the setup. I know what had happened. I just don't know what to type, to specifically what to type. And that's what they're hoping. They're hoping. But now I'm on a roll, so y'all gotta stay put. And if not, catch the replay. We on a mission now. Don't try to play me for a fool. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Hold on. I'm getting close. So I did the video a month ago. I just gotta find it. Hold on. Yeah. I appreciate you guys for your patience, but this is how thorough I'm trying to be with y'all, so y'all know. Y'all know what it is. New media shit. That's what I'm saying. This is not what they don't do stuff like that. They don't go there, but they'll just say, "Oh, Wilder's fucking running scared. He forgot his pen." They'll say stupid shit like that. What are y'all talking about in the comment section? No rush, we good. Hey, shooters, try to make sure people are sending putting the thumbs up. I'm gonna find this shit for y'all now. Y'all got me going. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I shouldn't even have to do this. I shouldn't have to scour that million videos that I've done trying to find this one little clip. Crazy. It's crazy I have to do this, but it's part of the game, I guess. This is insane. I can't believe I can't find it. Hey, I'm gonna ask the Ego Army to help me. Ego's Army. Who remembers the video on YouTube where Joshua was in the car? He was in the car with a do-rag on. What is the name of that video? Ego's Army, y'all can help me look. We gonna get to the bottom of this. Joshua was in, it was a driver in the driver's seat. Joshua was in the passenger seat, and he was doing a quick interview. Help me find this video. See, Eagles Army, we work together. Strength in numbers. Fuck that. This is about to go down now. Y'all got us on the hunt. We do it real big. We do it big, investigative journalist style. See, I'm not afraid to delegate some tasks out. We gonna get to the bottom of this. I didn't think it would be this hard. It was right around the time of the NBA Finals too. I think it was right around, or the playoffs. Wow, this is crazy. See, y'all remember it. No, you don't have to find it on my channel. It's an interview. The original channel, anything. I just don't know what the shit is called, so I don't know what to type. I told you. Now I can't. I feel like I've searched too far. This is insane. What the fuck is this called? Did they delete it off the net? Oh, thank you. I think that is called it. Oh my gosh. See, I told you, Eagles Army, we getting stronger. Oh my gosh, I love y'all. See, we got it. We got it. Hold on. Thank you very much. I don't know why it was so hard. I didn't know what it was called. I don't know the person's name or nothing. Fuck. That was so hard to find.
Mr. Anthony Joshua is in the building, y'all.
Listen.
Some of that planted all good strap season, my brother.
Yeah, it's been like that. It's been like that since
day one.
Yeah, since my 16th fight. So that's the destiny. I think it's been written. To some people, you know,
listen,
have been in the way, caused a few hurdles, but we got over them, and now this is the last one. And I'm praying from now, I'm training from now for that fight, because it seems to be...
Okay, that's already an inconsistency. See, this is what I'm saying, people. He just said, this was uploaded May 11th, and he said, I'm training right now. But then Eddie Hearn was saying, oh, Wilder's team took too long. We need an 8-10 week camp. We need longer than 8 weeks. Does that make sense? Listen, he just said it. He said, I'm training right now. And this was in May.
It seems to be the most important. Training from now for that fight.
Listen.
I'm praying from now. I'm training from now for that fight.
He said he's training in May for the Wilder fight. But then Eddie Hearn did an interview on Sky Sports and said he needs more than 8 weeks. And you want me to believe that it's Wilder's team that is holding up the process. Y'all not going to play me for a fool.
Praying from now.
Listen.
From now for that fight. So exchanging offers and just going through the finer details, my bro.
So it's all good strap season, my brother.
Yeah, it's been like that.
Listen.
Because I feel like that's the last hurdle of fighting Wilder. You know, we're in the process of exchanging offers and just going through the finer details, my bro. So, to some people, yeah, I think it's been written.
One.
Yeah, since my 16th fight. So that's the destiny, I think it's been written. So some people, you know, have been in the way, caused a few hurdles, but we got over them, and now this is the last one. And I'm praying from now, I'm training from now for that fight.
He's training now, but then Sky Sports has an interview. I'm a fight. Listen, we going in today. Hold on. Everything. We gonna put everything out there. So you guys y'all better put all your cards on the deck right now, because it's either Ego's Army or New Media. You know what I mean? Or nothing. Eddie Hearn, 8 weeks. And see, it's not that hard to find once you know what keywords to... Once you know what to look for, it's not hard. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. This is what was great about the internet is I cite my sources. So it's easy to find certain things. That last one was kind of hard. I ain't gonna front. Okay. Here it is. Boom. Gang. Here's my video. Please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Shout out to all the support. I had fun in the last 2 fight weeks. I covered Crawford Hearn. Listen, if you like this one, claims that the fight with Wilder is everything to Anthony Joshua. However, he will not let him fight with only 8 weeks in camp. Stay tuned. Got him. June 19th, I published a video, right? I told you. Here's the link to the article. Somebody read that. What does that article say for Sky Sports? Somebody click on it and read the header. I'll do it. Anthony Joshua putting everything at stake in the Deontay Wilder fight. Right? I'm not letting Anthony Joshua fight this fight with an 8-week camp, because this fight is everything. All right? This was published June 18th of this year. And then listen, this is uploaded May 11th.
And I'm praying from now, I'm training from now for that fight.
He was talking about Wilder, and he said, I'm training from now for the fight. So how is it an 8-week camp if May 11th you say you're already training? Once again.
Now I'm training from now for that fight, because it seems to be the most important one.
Yeah, and that's good. The emails that all come through and all that. We're all good with the emails.
Yeah, so it's just like the emails have been the cherry on the top in terms of what the fight incurs in terms of finance. But other than that, now we're just going to the finer details, where it will be, broadcasters and all that promoter talk. You know what I mean? And that's it, really. Honestly, that's it. So who will promote the show? Blah de blah de blah. Where the first press conference will be in New York, LA, start. So they just, you know what I mean? It's here now. So I was looking at like there's options, WBA mandatories per Betkin.
That's it, yeah.
I'm not really.
The Russian Tyson, yeah.
I'm not really interested in that.
Listen.
That's it, yeah.
He said there's a WBA mandatory Povetkin, but I'm not really interested in that. You got to listen because the other guy was talking.
The Russian Tyson.
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm not really. The mandatories per Betkin. Mandatories per Betkin. Like there's options, WBA mandatories per Betkin.
That's it, yeah.
I'm not really.
The Russian Tyson, yeah.
I'm not really interested in that. Not right now when there's an opportunity to fight Wilder.
He just, oh my gosh, people. I told you should have never summoned Ego Valley. I just played the clip. He says we have other options, the WBA mandatory, Alexander Povetkin, but I'm not really interested in that. He said, I'm not interested in that fight. Not when there's an opportunity to fight Wilder. Then you have Eddie Hearn who says that Anthony Joshua calls the shots. So why is it back to Povetkin if he just told you he don't want to fight Povetkin? Bro, I'm the stream king. I told y'all, give it up. All these weak ass old media, all that other bullshit y'all listening to, y'all can't fuck with me. I'm too seasoned. I'm too fast. I'm too skilled. And I work too damn hard. That's why I retain this information, because I'm giving you guys the content where I'm talking about it. It's not that I'm better or I know more. It's I keep going over it. Practice makes permanent. So let's get this straight. Eddie Hearn says I'm not giving my fighter only a Peasley 8-week training camp, right? An 8-week training camp for a fight of this magnitude. But then I just played a video from May 11th where Anthony Joshua says, I want the Wilder fight more than anything, and I'm training right now. Then you have Eddie Hearn talking in interviews saying, Anthony Joshua, he decides. Okay, if he decides, he just told you last May he doesn't want to fight Povetkin. I'm not really interested in that as long as the Wilder fight's on the table, right? But who are you fighting, Wilder or Povetkin? 8-week training camp is okay for Povetkin, but not Wilder. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's too easy. And people are like, oh, you just pick. I'm not picking sides. I'm picking up on what people are saying. And if it don't make sense, it don't make sense, no matter whose side it's coming from. That's it. You know? Eddie Hearn is in the same interview saying, oh, proof that Shelly Finkel, he's behind it. He says, I think Wilder wants to fight. And then on Monday, I just showed you the interview where he just said, Wilder does not want to fight. But why'd you just say in this new IFL interview that Wilder wants to fight? But on Monday, you said this. Deontay Wilder does not want Anthony Joshua fight, believes Hearn. Which one is it? This is why, like, listen. Why would you expect people to believe what you're saying if it's that crazy? Like, okay, if I say, man, Kim Kardashian, she cheated on me. I mean, she cheated on Kanye with me. I had sex with Kim Kardashian. And then I tell another person in a different interview, and I'm like, man, Kourtney Kardashian, she gave it up. And I'm like, oh no, I didn't fuck Kim. It was Kourtney. And then I tell someone else I had sex with Khloe or Kylie Jenner. You would be like, which one is it? First you said it was Kim, then you said it was Khloe. You know what I mean? Then you said it was Kourtney, then you said it was Kylie. You have to be consistent. You said Wilder you said he wanted to fight, then you said he don't want to fight on Monday. 2 days later on the IFL, you said he does want to fight. Joshua said he's training May 11th. He's already training because the Wilder fight is everything. Then Sky Sports a couple weeks ago, June 18th or whatever it is, said, oh, I'm not going to give my fighter an 8-week camp. He deserves more for a fight of this magnitude. But he just told you he was training since May. Then one interview, you're saying that AJ calls the shots. And then he just told you what he wanted, and he's not getting that. Like, come on, bro. You're not going to play that. You're not going to do that to me. You're not going to do that. It's so transparent. Anybody can do this. Anybody could do what I just did and pull up the research. Then you send them a contract with September 15th, knowing good and goddamn well that's Canelo's date, and you don't want to compete against another global star like Canelo in a big fight, whether he's fighting Triple G or if he's fighting, you know, the janitor. It doesn't really matter. You don't want it. Why would you want your big money fight to compete with a fight involving Canelo? Even if it was Canelo versus Liam Smith too, it's just not sensible to put two big fights like that. And we knew Canelo wasn't going to fight Liam Smith. I just said that, you know. Yeah, we just listened to the interview with Joshua. I found it. Boxtech said, Ego, you're such a fool. See, this is why we don't believe you. You just said I'm a fool, but you didn't say what I'm a fool about. So why would I even put you in the hot seat? You clearly want attention. Ego, you're such a fool, but you didn't. No, he don't get the hot seat because he's trying to bait me in. But if you had something to say, you could just say it. Oh, Ego, you're a fool with no explanation. This is what they're known for. Shout out to Ra. He said clout chasing. Exactly. If you read my last message, you would see my reason. I'm not reading shit because I don't care. You're irrelevant. Nobody knows you. Nobody watches you. And I don't care what you're talking about. So I'm not reading shit. I'm not scrolling back. So we'll leave it at that. I'm a fool. Keep watching the fool. Moving on. But this is the situation. This is why we have an issue. It's just because it's too inconsistent with what's being said. 1 minute is this, then it's that, then it's that. You know? Oh, Joshua, he calls his shots. Okay, then why did he just say I don't want to fight Povetkin, I want to fight Wilder? That's the fight. We didn't come this far to not fight anybody else. You're a fool, but he keeps watching and commenting. Ironic. It's all of them. That's what they do. That's their thing. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these motherfuckers is some freaks or something like, oh shit, Ego's on. Let me jump on the live. Like, y'all be doing some weird shit at home. Oh god damn it, Ego's on. What? So, man, we run the game. It's just that simple. Watching my videos with a fucking wig on talking about, oh shit, another live chat from Ego. Like, why you have a female wig on and shit? Don't ever say pause and your name is Jacuzzi Squirt. Don't tell me to pause and your name is Jacuzzi Squirt. You need to pause your username. How about that? Don't tell me to pause when your name is Jacuzzi Squirt. Listen, I ain't pausing anything. You need to pause your whole username. What the fuck is a Jacuzzi Squirt? You got them Jacuzzi jet squirts. Fuck you mean? I'm telling you, I'm in my prime. Y'all can't fuck with it. Just stop. Just leave me alone. Just come here for your boxing and that's it. Look at Box Tech. He mad. He begging for attention. But that's cool. We ain't gonna give it to him. We might kick him out. Oh shit. I said we might kick him out. As soon as that last words left my lip, J-Dog clapped him. Bye. I see them. You know, I came up with the word man fans. They trying to use my words. Man fan. That's an Ego exclusive. There was nobody talking about no man fans until me. Now I see them on Instagram and stuff. Y'all know where you get this lingo. I'm from the Bay, man. You know, like E40, we just make up our own. And that's what they are. Straight up man fans. You a fan of another man. Oh man, my shooters hold me down. Ego's army hold me down. I'm not even worried about it. But that's the situation here. So if someone says, oh, why don't you believe Joshua's side? Tell me why. What I should believe when I've seen with my own eyes, heard with my own ears, or read, or whatever, all of these inconsistencies. Why would I believe that? And like I said, the thing is, Eddie Hearn's doing these little quaint interviews with certain people, right? So it's easy because if you don't get asked certain questions, If you don't ask, if you don't get certain, then you're never really on the spot. Like, answer some of the questions. Why'd you say Wilder didn't want the fight on Monday, but then on Wednesday at the time of recording a video, you say he does want the fight? Crazy. But we just gonna keep on moving, keep schmobbing, keep on trucking. It is what it is. Like, you know, frankly, I'm pretty much getting tired of talking about it. Not saying I'm not gonna do any more videos. See, I'm not a fake person. I gotta eat. I gotta make money. You know what I'm saying? So I'll make more videos about it. But I'm getting, you know, I'm just getting tired of talking about it. Bottom line is, it's not happening next. Period. And then on top of that, you expect me to go out and grab the zone? You know, how do they say in the UK? Grab it up with both arms and through the moon. You want me to be through the moon when I'm not even getting what I want? You want me to, oh, I'll grab that with both arms? You want me to grab it with both arms, the zone, and get a subscription? I'm not even getting the fight I want. I don't, Amir Khan versus Samuel Vargas they talking about. Dillian White versus Joseph Parker, I don't even think is on the zone. Anthony Joshua versus a guy who was cheating in 2016 and therefore couldn't have fought Wilder. Already lost to Klitschko, a guy that he beat. You know what I mean? Like, and you want me to buy that? Like, I gotta see better. You gotta do better. I'll support it. Get some better fights. Remember, Eddie Hearn was like, "Oh, I dropped a bombshell. America is gonna be shivering, shiver me timbers," and all that. What American fighters has he even signed? Like, why is it such a slow process? You got $1 billion. You got $1 billion. Where's the announcement? Like, let's get it cracking. Who signed to you? Because Tank Davis, somebody said that he was with him, but I just seen him and he posted something about Floyd Mayweather, and it looks like maybe they may have mended whatever was going on there. Because he was like, yeah, that's the old generation or the past generation. I'm the future, TBE. So I don't know if Tank Davis is signed, but I think he's under contract with Mayweather. Broner publicly shitted on you, said he don't want to sign. Charlo, they said they open, but they like their situation and they need people who care about them and their career. Errol Spence said, I'm not signing with Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya, or DAZN, Eddie Hearn. So, like, who's on the platform? Name a big star. And to me, it's a little bit telling if you're putting Anthony Joshua on it in the U. And see, like, listen, you're putting the Joshua fight on that for the U.S. So for the U.S. fan, like Eddie Hearn, I don't know what he's doing with this. People used to be able to watch Joshua's fights for free, not free, but if they had Showtime, free. You know what I mean? And most people in the last couple of years probably have Showtime that are boxing fans because they put on some great fights. They put on the best fights out of the two premium networks, right? They had quantity and quality. But now, on top of not giving Americans the fight that we're asking for, now we got to start paying for Joshua's fight. Oh, you want us to pay for Joshua's fight, and it's not even the fight we want. Ain't that a bit? Ain't that about something? Listen, ain't that about something? From all my American friends, a lot of us that I've talked to personally, none of them were really worried about a Povetkin fight. We understand rules, we understand mandatories, but unification trumps mandatories, right? And we want to see the Wilder Joshua. We want to see our American champion versus your UK champion with all the other damn belts, right? You're saying, no, it's their side. We're not giving it to you. When in reality, a lot of people don't believe that it's all Wilder's fault in terms of why it didn't happen. Because this is the structure or infrastructure that Team Joshua has set, right? This is what they said. This is what they said. Listen, Wilder just posted this. See, we going in tonight. I told y'all don't want me like this. This is not what y'all wanted. Not at all. Wilder just posted this.
Shoulder the fighting man says Wilder at Wembley, boom. And then this devil on my shoulder, the manager hat says what's best to guide my career. So it's playing devil's advocate, putting them together and seeing what works out best for my career. Do you know what I mean?
What
So
Wilder at Wembley?
it depends. I think if it's pushed that way, it has to happen. And I just think I'm going to do things my way, innit? If Wilder works, we're going to make it happen. If Wilder isn't the right opponent for next year, then we'll put it back on into 2019. But I'm just going to do things my way. People just can't rush my career. That's one thing I've learned, is that I've got a career, I need to map it out. I'm going to take fights at the right time for me. And yeah, if it's next year or the year after or the year after, when I fight him, I'll be in a position to beat him.
I find it funny when you say, even though you're world champion, people don't rush. I don't want people to rush my career. Like, you're still learning. I'm thinking, you're the top of
on my shoulder. The fighting man says, Wilder at Wembley.
So, like I said, this is in line with what they said. This is in line with what he initially said. It'll happen on my accord. Whether it's this year, whether it's 2019 or 2020, he said this year, next year, or even the year after that. So once again, to all you fucking retards, why would you want me to believe in the other side if he told you this was one of the first things before all this snowball shit? This was one of the first things that even came up. He just told you, I might fight him this year. I might fight him 2019. I might even fight him in 2020. Whatever I decide, I'm not going to be rushed. That's what he said. So it's not even really a surprise. Now, there are points where it seemed like it was coming close, 50 mil and this and that. But it's not really that surprising because he'd been told you. Eddie Hearn been told. Eddie Hearn, there's interviews where he was like, oh, I want to put my fighter on a 3-fight plan this year. Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, and then crescendo with Wilder. We knew that wasn't going to happen, but people held out hope. That's why you have guys like Tyson Fury, who's from the UK, like Eddie Hearn, like Anthony Joshua. He has no allegiance to them more so Deontay Wilder. He's been in Deontay Wilder's face. He was like, I'm going to knock you out. What you think about that? So it's not like him and Wilder are like stepbrothers, best buds and shit. And he even said, they had no intention of fighting you, bro. I'll fight you. So, like I said, it is what it is. It's just we knew this stuff was coming. People held out hope, and I told you that I didn't see it happening next. And once again, I was right. But this is more in line with what they've been saying they wanted to do. Fight him when they want to fight him. You know, I could show you all types of stuff. I could show you a recent interview where Eddie Hearn says February 2019. And then now he's talking about them fighting in April 2019. Right? This is why, here's another thing. They keep offering this man a flat rate, which, like Shelly Finkel is saying, is a bullshit offer. Because they don't want to offer him a reasonable, respectable amount of money that they know he won't pass up, because they know there's not going to be, if you offered him some crazy money, some really good money, then you know it's going to be even less questions and stuff. I don't blame Wilder's side for having a bunch of questions. You know why? Because they're really getting lowballed. They're really getting ripped off. But that's why you seen the offer and it barely even went up in the counter offer. So how is it that you offer him $12.5 million? He says hell no. Right? And then see, it's just so many. It's like y'all really have me on some lawyer shit. I could break this down scientifically. You offer 12.5 million flat rate, no pay-per-view revenue for a major marquee fight that's supposed to do crazy numbers, or it could, or has the chance to, right? Then you said they never responded. First of all, sometimes no response is a response. 2, they countered with the $50 million offer. So how can you say that they never responded when they clearly, you don't have a counter offer if you've never even received a first offer, right? So if Ricky Hatton throws a punch at Floyd and then Floyd dodges it and hits him with the check hook, that's a counter punch. He dodged your shot and he caught you with the check hook. So it wouldn't be a counter punch if Floyd just walked up and just boom and just hit you with that shot and that was the only exchange. It becomes a counter because you threw a shot In response, he threw a shot and lands his shot. So just simple things like that. How can Eddie Hearn say they never got a response, but they got a counter offer of $50 million? How do you counter something? Listen, how do you counter something, but then you say there's no response? You wouldn't even have a counter. It would just be an offer. A counter basically implies that it's a response to an offer. Like, hey, how much for this car? 10,000. I'm not gonna pay you 10. I'll pay you 7.5 for it. That's a counter offer, right? You don't get to the point of it being a counter offer if you just if I'm selling a car. How much for this Nissan Maxima? $10,000. I'll take it. Okay, here's the keys. Give my money. There's no counter. There's no such thing as a counter. It's just an offer made. I liked it and I accept it. Boom. So once again, how can you say that they never responded to you, yet they got with investors, whoever put up this type of large sum, and put up 50 million? That is their response. They're obviously, if your offer said 12.5 million, come to UK, and they're like, okay, you come out to here, no rematch clause, fight between this date and this date, we'll give you 50 million guaranteed. That is a response. So there would be no need for them to even counter if they liked your first offer and accepted it. This is very simple stuff, people. So that is a response. But Eddie Hearn keeps getting on internet. That's what I'm saying. You like, listen, Eddie Hearn, all these motherfuckers, you can't outsmart me like that. You gotta try. You have to be much more witty, because that's not gonna work. They've never responded to my first offer. Then what's a counter? How do you counter? A counter is a response, so it doesn't even make sense. If I throw a punch at someone and then they hit me upside the head with a check hook, that's their response to me throwing my punch, is they threw their own punch and connected. So Eddie Hearn keeps saying, oh, they never responded. They did respond, because they gave you a counter offer. This is like second grade math, people. It's really not hard. It's not hard to fathom, understand, nothing. You don't get to the stage of it being called a counter offer if there's no initial offer, or if the initial offer was accepted. So, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But this is basically in line with what Team Joshua has been saying they're going to do, which is not be rushed. Maybe 2018, maybe 2019, maybe 2020. And I don't think they expected the pressure to amount like this. We could do this all day. The great thing about new media, though, and the Eagles Army, the more they resist, the more they talk. And this is not just Team Joshua, this is the fans too. It's really more so for the fans. It makes us look better because we hear their bullshit points, and it's just more and more ammunition. The best thing you could do, you know, have you ever watched a movie where someone gets arrested, or just watch an episode of Cops and they shut the fuck up? You know, because they say, I want to speak to my lawyer. You know why they do that? Because the more the fucking cops get you talking, the more shit they can use against you. Oh, we have him on tape at 8:22, and he says him and his friend went into the 7-Eleven where the body was found. The more you talk, the more you are susceptible to incriminating yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that's why people say, I plead the fifth, or fuck you, I want to talk to my lawyer. Because they don't want to say the wrong thing. They need legal counsel. So as long as the man fans keep talking, it just makes our job easier. It makes it easier, and keep talking. Eddie Hearn, keep talking. Keep spewing out inconsistencies. It makes my job easier. You know, the more you talk, because you're going to talk yourself into a corner. And it's just going to take the right person to interview you and get those questions, and then we'll see what your response is. But I mean, to me, that the amount of the improved offer, like, that's an indication that they wanted to fight Povetkin next. This is how they increased the offer by $2.5 million. Really? 2.5. If you like, listen, you went from 12.5 to 15. You increased it by 2.5 million in a major marquee fight. They just offered you $50 million and you turned it down, and you only give them another 2.5. This is also an indication that no fight is wanted next on their part. See, this is the thing. I think they realize they're gonna have to fight him. I do think that, because the pressure is getting bigger, but they want to collect and prepare as much as they can for him. Povetkin is actually not bad for preparation for Wilder. Not that they fight exactly alike, but it's still a top level guy with power, gold medalist. So maybe they're feeling like, oh, we need another one. I only have 20 fights or whatever Joshua has. I have 20 fights. I'm gonna get some more experience under the belt, more confidence. See how I do with Povetkin. See how I deal with his power. Plus sell out 70, 80,000 or whatever they're anticipating at whatever venue they do it in. So that's what I think it is. I think they realize at this point they gotta fight Wilder, but they're gonna stall it. They're gonna have in between fights and shit like that. And you dumb idiots want me to believe the other side when you have Eddie Hearn, who's on fucking record saying things like, I think we can get away with another one before we fight Wilder. And you want me to believe that they wanted to fight next when the motherfucker told you, I think we could get away with another fight in between before we fight Deontay Wilder. Like, come on, man. And then he's in the interview from today from IFL TV saying, oh, I understand if you don't want to believe Eddie Hearn, or if I was a fan, if I was the public, I wouldn't believe anyone. Who says that? Why would you don't see, when I'm in the hot seat, I don't tell y'all don't believe me. I say I'm about to catch a body. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say, like, watch how much truth I spit. I'm not gonna say, hey, believe what you want. Why would you believe me? I want you to believe me. Everybody check the comment section. See, this is not a game. I'm on some real life Johnny Cochran. Rest in peace to that man. Look. Read that title. Somebody read what the title say. Read what that title say in that article. Somebody read it. Somebody type it out just so it's not coming from me. What does that title say to that article I just put in there? You guys catch it on the replay. Nobody see it? C stars, thank you. Eddie Hearn, can we get away with one more before Wilder? Probably. So you keep telling me, oh yeah, you're not looking at it objectively. Eddie Hearn, can we get away with one more before Wilder? Probably. Published April 1st, 2018. And keep in mind the time frame. Eddie Hearn keeps telling you, oh, this contract, the WBA ordered it 2 months ago. What was 2 months ago? Right around that time. It says, I quote, can we get away with one more fight before Wilder? Yes, probably, Eddie Hearn told Express Sport. In America would be the best move, and then we do the Wilder fight. Gerald Miller, Brian Jennings, I don't know. So, once again, a person who's on tape saying, I wouldn't believe me, or why should they believe Eddie Hearn, or I wouldn't believe anyone in this equation. Can we get away with one more? And you want me to believe that they did their due diligence and wanted to make the fight. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? That's like, let's say I had a girlfriend and I'm cheating on her, and I'm like, man, I'm living foul. I gotta stop cheating on my girlfriend. I gotta stop cheating on my wife. And I'm like, man, I think I could fuck one more chick. I think I could fuck one more chick and get away with it. What? Man, I'm tripping. I'm living foul. I keep cheating. I have all these side pieces. I'm cheating on my wife, and then I do an interview or talk to my boys. I'm like, man, I think I could fuck one more chick before I settle down some more and go back to my marriage. Like, who does that? What are you talking about? If you want to stop cheating on someone, you're gonna just do it. Why would you be like, man, I can fuck one more bad bitch with the fat ass, and then I'm gonna settle back down and get back in my marriage and focus on that? Why would you do that? Why would you say, man, I think I can fuck one more shawty, man. Man, I'm about to fuck one more shawty, man. Like, the fuck? You wanted to fight Wilder so bad, but I think we can get away with one more. Who does that? Where they do that at? Man, I gotta focus on my marriage. I'm living foul, man. I don't know. Man, where the bitches? I think I could get away with one more. And then jump back in this marriage and start getting in therapy and counseling. Like, then you're not serious about fixing your marriage if you're talking about, I think I can fuck one more. Let me fuck one more. And then I'll jump back in this marriage and start working on things. Stop it. Why would you even say that? I think I could get away with one more. Well, guess what? You're getting away with one more. And you're not getting no DAZN money. No DAZN for you. Yeah, you're going to get away with one more. And I'm going to get away with one less. Because I'm not buying DAZN. Straight up. If Eddie Hearn was here, I would tell him that too. I'm not buying it. Maybe in the future, start putting on some, you know what I mean? Some really good fights. Cool. We could talk about that. But not for Joshua Pavek. We waited 3 months to not get the fight we want in America. Not gonna do it. Not for that. And not for Amir Khan versus Samuel Vargas if that's the opponent. Asante Eagle Face, $2 super chat. Everything Eddie Hearn says sets up his next life. Y'all going ham. Man, I'm gonna focus on my marriage, be a better man, you know what I'm saying? I think I can fuck one more. Where the bitch at? I could get away with one more side piece and not get caught. I'm like, you ain't gonna be talking like that. So, I think I made my point here. Ego Cochran. Like, what if I'm a pastor of a church or some shit, and I'm like, yeah, we need all your donations in the collection plate. We gonna start fixing up the church and doing renovations. It's hot in here. We're gonna get air conditioning, and you see me in Escalades, and I don't ask how come why come pastor gotta have a nice car. Don't ask no questions. Don't ask. You know, and I'm saying I'm gonna do all this stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna use all the earnings. I can get away with one more. Like, either you gonna go straight and do what's right, or you're not. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna start using the money on something. I'm gonna stop using money on me buying jewelry and all types of expensive shit for myself. Don't ask. Thank y'all for coming out. Don't ask no question. Don't ask why Pastor Ego got to get all the super chats. We gonna get these super chats up in here. That when pastors start doing all that, nigga, that sound like you gonna steal money from people. Like, what type of laugh is that? Sound like you gonna swindle somebody with that laugh. We gotta get a couple more super chats. We gonna do some improvements around this here, mother. Shut your mouth. Don't ask no like, you sound like a con artist, bro, doing all that. But yeah, I mean, if you're a local reverend pastor or whatever, say, hey, we got the money. We gonna use this for the church building fund. We gonna send the little kids. We gonna send them on field trips. And then you never see none of it. You never see any renovations. The wall is leaking. The roof is leaking. The door is fucking ajar. And then I got all this nice shit. I got jewelry and the best Kirk Franklin shoes on available. Put your hands together. Stomp. You know what I'm saying? I'm all fly. I got hella women around me. The Escalade on dubs. You know what I mean? You know, I'm like, man, the way I'm living is wrong. I'm gonna start really using this money for the church. I'm gonna start using it for the church. I think I could get away with one more. What y'all think? Like, the fuck? Either you want to do what's right or you don't want to do it right. You ain't gonna say some crooked shit like that. I think I could get away with one more car, one more whore. You know what I'm saying? What? Yes, Lord, I'm getting the Holy Ghost. That shit crazy. You gonna talk about don't listen to me. I understand why you think I'm a lion. Like I would never say that. Don't ask why preacher gotta have a nice car. Don't ask no questions. Put your hands together. Stop. I'm done. Whoever brought up Martin, Reverend Leon Lonnie Love. That's what I'm saying, man. Like if you gonna go straight, like you like if you live and found doing something dirty, like that's like some movie shit, like some bank robbers or something, like Stallone in The Heist. Hey, yo, you know, after all 20 years of bank robbery, I think we could go straight. We got one last heist. After that is over, I'm gonna go to the Cayman Islands. I'm gonna take the like, you know what I'm saying? That sounds like some movie shit. I think we can get away with one more bank. But we gotta do it on point, in and out. We gotta go in and out. This time, we're gonna go to the vault. I'm talking about I can get away with one more. What? Who would say that? Hey, we got one last heist. After this heist is over, nothing's over. So Eddie Hearn be dropping little truths in what he's saying. Trust me. Talking about, oh, we could get away with one more. Don't ask Matchroom if Anthony Joshua gonna fight Wilder next. Don't ask. No questions. Don't ask. I think we can get away with one more Povetkin. Can I get a White Russian? And I ain't talking about no drink. We gonna fight Povetkin, you mother. But that's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn says different things that don't even really like. Who would say that? Who would say, can we get away with one more? Probably. What is there to get away with? What the fact that you even said get away with? That's like me opening my car door and then it scratches whoever's parked next to me. Man, you think we can get away with that? Motherfucker said, I think we can get away with one more. So basically, that means we can bamboozle the public one more time, and then the pressure's gonna be too strong. Everybody just put strong. We don't have to talk correct English. We had them Deontay Wilder words over here. Just put it's too strong with a K, strong. The pressure's gonna get too strong. Hey, J-Dog's a fool. He really put that strong. Sergeant Riviera checking in. What up? Thank you for your service. We just having fun talking this real stuff. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, why would you expect me to believe stories with this many inconsistencies, loopholes? Joshua says this, Hearn says this, and it's been going on for 6 months or better. 6 months or better. Shout out to Mexico World Cup. Shout out to Mexico. Call me when it's gangster, man. So it just doesn't make sense. I'll start believing when the stories are consistent. How are you in the same interview in your story you say different thing? Oh, here's proof that Shelly Finkel doesn't want to fight. He said it was a bullshit offer. But then later you admit you would advise Joshua if he received a bullshit $10 million offer. You would say, I don't think you should take that. But if Joshua said, fuck it, I'll take it, then you basically admitted that you would just give him that. Like, you know, I don't think you should do this, but it's your career. So anyway, I'm really getting sick of talking about it. There's like, I don't want to take away too much from what's good in boxing. This is just something Joshua's gonna have to live with. And see, I'm telling y'all how boxing works. Joshua's a good fighter, but the Povetkin, that's a dangerous fight. For like, even when Wilder was fighting, people were like juiced about that because we're like, damn, he's gonna fight Povetkin in Russia. You know, it's a dangerous fight. Even though a lot of people favor Wilder to win, but the other thing is ridicule, shit like that. That could have fighters distracted. I don't know how Joshua would take it. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he feels he's doing the right thing in his career. But I've already went to his page and people, let's look at it. You know what I mean? See what people are saying on his page. So he's gonna have to train knowing that how the public, here's what they think about you. You know what I mean? How the public is perceiving him right now. And then on top of that, you're doing it against the... Look, I just went to his page. The first thing I see, Tony Bellew and then some ducks. Look. Ducks. That's what I'm saying. Ducks. So he's gonna have to train under this condition. Same thing Canelo went through when he vacated his belt. You know what I mean? So he's gonna have to not be distracted during this whole thing. So and see, this is the other thing why I don't understand why old media doesn't just give up. Because even if you like, you could come on, troll my account, get blocked, have my shooters clap you, but you can't deceive a whole nation of people like that. You know what I'm saying? It would be extremely hard for you to do that. The world's seen what happened. They watch my channel, they watch other popular channels, and they've been filled in on, the real boxing fans, they've been filled in on what's going on, who did what, who said what. So even you guys leaving a few comments, you're outnumbered. You're outnumbered. Even the UK. If there's diehard UK, and I'm not saying everyone's like this, but for the radical people who are just siding with their countrymen, you're not as big as America. So you're still outnumbered there too. You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of the situation. So you could put like, on my video, thumb down or whatever, but you're not going to deceive how people think. I'm just telling you how it is. Meanwhile, channels like mine and others who the public perceive as, we've been keeping it real, we've been keeping it, you know, unfiltered, raw, uncut, honest, pure. They're the channels that will get super chats, get support, keep growing, because they knew we didn't bamboozle them. We weren't out here just saying whatever. We're not just saying, pushing a false narrative that nobody believes. You know, and I know people know that I'm the people's champ. You know what I mean? No matter what. That's just what it is. Creed 2 look weak. Hey, you tripping. That shit look wet. That look dope. Ortiz look 388. Whatever. See, and then here's another thing. People talking about Ortiz look old. Then why didn't Joshua, if he so loves mandatory so much, instead of fighting Povetkin, his mandatory, who just recently became his mandatory this year, why didn't Joshua fight his old ass mandatory in Ortiz? Why did Dillian White choose Joseph Parker instead of Ortiz? Why did Joseph Parker pick Dillian White instead of Ortiz? How come Tyson Fury just called out Deontay Wilder today when he found out that Joshua fight's not next, but Luis Ortiz called him out a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't heard one response from him? And on top of this, Wilder just knocked him out, because it's not the fight that Luis Ortiz is the type of person, you don't fight him unless you have to, or unless you're trying to prove something. Wilder didn't have to, but he was trying to prove something. That's why, because he's a fucking man's man. So that's why he took on that challenge. But that's what I'm telling you, people, he's low risk. He has a potential to beat your ass. So that's why people don't want to fight Luis Ortiz, even though he's coming off of a knockout loss, because they know he's still good. They've seen he just put Wilder through the meat grinder, you know what I mean, and gave him a tough ass fight, his toughest fight to date. And then the funny thing is these people are liars, because when Wilder was targeting Joshua or Parker or whoever, they were telling Wilder to fight Luis Ortiz. They're like, oh, even though Luis Ortiz was Joshua's mandatory, they were telling Luis Ortiz or Wilder to fight Luis Ortiz. Oh, your fucking bum ass resume. You have a bum ass resume, Wilder. Why don't you fight Ortiz? And then even though it was Joshua, that Wilder even brought that up. He said, I'm gonna take out Joshua's trash. which he did. And I'm not saying he's Luis Ortiz is trash, but those are the words that Wilder said. Ortiz and AJ were on the same Matchroom promotion at one point for a couple of fights. Eddie Hearn he basically mentioned that it could be a fight, and then he released him, and he no longer works with him, and then he went to Al Heyman. So if Luis, this is why these fans don't get no respect. What's up with Stavern though? You've seen the knockout. I mean, that's hard to come back from. You need to take 8 months to a year off after a knockout like that, and that was in November. So, and he's almost 40, or he is 40 or something like that. So, I don't know. I don't know if we'll see Stavern again. But anyway, why were people pressuring Wilder to fight Luis Ortiz before the fight? I even seen when Luis Ortiz failed a drug test, people blame Wilder. Oh, he spiked the punch. He put a needle in Luis's ass and made him fail. And he called VADA. All this type of shit. He's 400 years old, but then he was Joshua's mandatory. Why didn't you push for the fight? Why were you throwing Luis Ortiz on Wilder at the time, and he wasn't even Wilder's mandatory? He was Joshua's mandatory. If he's so old, Joshua just fought a 41-year-old Klitschko, and he's about to fight a 39-year-old Povetkin. So he's fought old people before. So why didn't you fight another old guy in Luis Ortiz? I didn't know Ortiz was signed to Hearn. Yeah, that's why he was on the Joshua Eric Molina card. He fought Dave Allen or somebody. He had like a promotional pack with Matchroom for like 3 fights maybe, and they never made that fight. See, come to here for your boxing news. Anyway, I'm done. I don't got nothing else to say. It is what it is. He's gonna fight Povetkin. Y'all can get DAZN if y'all want. Who's gonna get DAZN? Who's planning on getting DAZN for Joshua Povetkin? I'm just curious. He fought Malik Scott. Yeah, that was a bad performance too. Someone said, fuck no. And see, the thing is, Eddie Hearn, I don't even know if he's aware of it. The power of the internet is vicious. The internet is vicious. It's just getting bigger. It's just getting more systematic. It's getting more organized, and it's getting more and more powerful. It's like Thanos when he kept getting Infinity Stones. That's how the internet is. We collecting all the fucking stones. All of them. We coming for all of the Infinity Stones. I am Thanos. Boxingego. Ego's army. We are Thanos. I'm telling you. And we have the power to disrupt this whole shit. You got to give us what we want from time to time. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just the worst how it played out. And like I said, you can't deceive the public. You're not going to be able to tell the public, oh, it's all Wilder's fault. And people, we don't believe it. We don't believe it's all Wilder's fault. We don't believe that. Too many inconsistencies on that side. Period. And then on top of that, you're trying to sell us something when you already didn't give us what we wanted. So it's just gonna be a hard sell for right now. Getting that, you're not even. I think Dillian White versus Joseph Parker, I think that's a solid fight. It's a good fight, but it's not even gonna be on DAZN. So once again, I'm gonna pay $15-20 a month for what? For AJ versus Parker. You already let Clarissa Shields on Showtime do better viewership. And see, this is, man, this is crazy. You remember how Wilder has done the best numbers on Showtime over Adrian Broner and other people. Danny Garcia, he's done better numbers, right? And they try to chump Wilder like he doesn't do anything, because he's a knockout artist and he's charismatic. And they do all this A-side stuff. I told y'all, remember when Eddie Hearn, these little childish Shelly Finkel, Dinkle, Winkle, all that nobody, okay, cool. You know, asking people in New York in front of a cafe, in front of a fucking, Euro stand, you know what I'm saying? Like halal stand, like that doesn't prove nothing. You asking random Samaritans who Wilder is. Oh, Dion who? Like they don't know boxing in general. They wouldn't know Keith Thurman or anybody. Errol Spence, Vasil Lomachenko, they would be like, ooh. They wouldn't know anything. But then you did all of that, and what American fighters are with the zone? When is that coming up? How come AJ has done less numbers in America than an all-women's card in Clarissa Shields? Main event. And some people are sexist, so they don't even really like watch. They're not into female boxing yet. And Clarissa Shields did better numbers than AJ versus Parker, a heavyweight unification. So Joshua's a big deal in the UK for sure. But that just goes to show you have ground to cover in America. It doesn't look like you're in a position, just to me, I don't know, I don't pocket watch, but it doesn't look like you're in a position where you should be turning down 50 mil in America, because not only is that great money, but it gives you the American exposure in what is to be a good fight. I do believe Joshua Wilder would be a great fight, right? And doing it in America gives your fighter the exposure. Eddie Hearn says that Wilder will get knocked out in 3. So if you come to America and knock our guy out, you know what I mean? And I say our, meaning American, knock our American champion out, take his belt when he has like 7, 8 title defenses and nobody's been able to do that to him yet, and he himself has crazy power, then your American platform. See, this is what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn thinks he's like the quintessential promoter, but in my opinion, this is just me, in my opinion, there's some missed opportunities here. I would be convincing Joshua, what are you doing? 50 mil? Come to America, because you're already big as fuck in the UK. Do you guys get what I'm saying? You're already a big deal in the UK. So what do you do when you've already conquered one thing? You move on to the next. Like one of my favorite movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Pumping Iron. Great documentary. Arnold was talking about competition, and he treated it like a science. You get what I'm saying? He treated it like a science. And he says it's like a sculptor who's molding. He's like, you just have to be like, oh, the pecs look good, but I need more deltoids. I need bigger traps, you know? I need more calves. And then he said, then they starts working on that. So just like bodybuilding, if your calves are already fucking Pacquiao size or some shit, then maybe you move on to the next thing that's a deficiency and then try to conquer that. You know what I mean? My chest is all puffed out. Let me work on my biceps. You know what I mean? Work on what you're something you're not as good at or efficient or proficient in, right? Joshua's already a big star in the UK. They're good. You don't really have to do much there. All you have to do is just keep fighting, keep putting on shows out there. You know, I'm sure he does things for the community or some shit, right? But America should be the place that someone said, so AJ is skipping leg day. Y'all funny. So America, to me, should be the next thing you should be trying to conquer, because you're already good in the UK. It's all about diversifying. That's any business. Like when I first started, it was a hobby. Then I started taking it more serious with this YouTube shit. I'm like, oh, I could do something with this. So I upgraded some equipment. Then when I outgrew that equipment, I upgraded again. And then when I wanted to give back even more and the channel was getting bigger and better, I started covering fights. You know, so it should always be a like Miley Cyrus said and shit. It's the climb. It should be a steady climb. You've already conquered the UK. You've already done great numbers, 90,000, surpassed Carl Froch, George Groves rematch. Why would you not come to America? That seems like the next step of business. Like you already done what you were supposed to do in the UK. You got that. All you have to do is maintain it. I know a barbershop. He's a barber owner. He's the founder of a barbershop in LA, Santa Monica. I think he opened one in like Australia. And I was interviewing him. he started off at this one shop in Santa Monica. Then he opened another one somewhere, another city in LA. Then he opened one in Australia. Because he's already conquered LA, he already has 2 successful running shops with employees. So he decided to do something different and open a chain in Australia. That's how it goes. Joshua's already big in the UK. You say he can't go nowhere without being noticed. So fighting Wilder seems like a natural progression, and then fighting Wilder in America specifically seems like a natural progression, because not only will you make more money than fighting in the UK, but if you knock out Wilder, an American long-standing champion at this point for a heavyweight division, because you see Joseph Parker, he was a champion after AJ, he was a champion after Deontay Wilder, and he had his belt, and now it's already gone. Wilder has had the belt longer than any of them guys. You see Tyson Fury, he did a great job, done up a job on Tyson Fury versus Klitschko. Then he doesn't have a belt anymore. He has no belts because he decided to do cocaine. So it's not, in the heavyweight division, not always that easy to keep your belt for one reason or another. Wilder has had a belt and maintained it for several fights now, a couple years, which is good for the heavyweight division because, as I mentioned, Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker, they don't have belts, but they did once have a belt or belts. So if Joshua was able to take that from him, knock him out like Eddie Hearn's going to say, then he's the man, just like Lennox Lewis. Nobody doubted Lennox Lewis after we kept seeing what the fuck he was doing to people. But now people are letting this A-side shit get to him, and to the point where it's like, not everything's Mayweather Pacquiao. You can't just stall out fights without pissing off people. Nobody's doing that again. Those days are over. Mayweather Pacquiao, where people just wait for 3-6 years, and it just grows to astronomical numbers. Because now people look at it, damn, if we waited 6 years for Mayweather Pacquiao, y'all motherfuckers, y'all could have given us a trilogy. Look at like Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera. You know what I'm saying? They probably fought all 3 fights in the span of a certain amount of years. So if we're waiting 6 years just for the first fight to happen, they could have been fought. They could have had a fucking Mickey Ward, Mickey Ward, Arturo Gatti trilogy. So people ain't waiting like that anymore. We live in such a disposable, technologically advanced society, and it's only getting more and more. They got drones and all types of shit. You think people are really gonna wait for these fights? They're gonna lose interest. There's like, I have apps, and then I don't use it, and I go get a different app. I don't like that photo editing app anymore. I like this one. People are gonna be worried about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Mike Garcia, Loma. We're not waiting all day for no Wilder, Joshua. So you might as well strike while the iron's hot, instead of prolonging it, and instead of putting him in front of a dangerous guy like Povetkin, who does have capability and ability to play spoiler. And that's going to be so sad. You're going to feel horrible if something happens. You know what I mean? If that fight gets messed up some kind of way, Povetkin plays spoiler. Because as far as I'm concerned, if Joshua doesn't look spectacular with Povetkin, it already hurts the Wilder fight. Like if he gets knocked down or like badly bell rung, then it hurts the Wilder fight. And you're going to feel like there's nothing worse than regret. I've talked to fighters. They had opportunities to sign with some certain promoters or whatever the case may be, and they didn't choose it, and then they got knocked out by someone, and now the promoter doesn't want to. Oh, cool, I'm glad we saved our money. We glad we didn't sign you. I've seen shit like that happen. So you're going to feel real salty if something happens and then you took too many gambles in between trying to stall a fight, and then one of these other Parkers, or obviously not Parker now, but because it happened, but Parker, Povetkin, or Miller, or whoever you keep fighting in between this mega fight with Wilder, if somebody does that. But even it could be said with Deontay Wilder. What if he loses to Dominic Brazil, or looks suspect with him, or Gerald Miller, or whoever he fights next? You know what I'm saying? So these fighters be tripping. Strike while the iron's hot. Get that bag, get that money, maybe do a rematch. Keep it pushing. But that's what happens. It's almost like boxing has a cruel sense of humor. You know what I mean? Has like karma. Who the fuck is Razor? Just block him. RZZR, block him. I'm not your mate. I don't know you. Don't call me mate. Y'all delusional. Well, my shooter's about to get you out of here. So you ain't gonna have to worry about what we doing. Will DAZN and ESPN Plus platforms hurt PBC? Ask Ego. Why would it hurt him? PBC's putting on quality and quantity. How is it going to hurt him? It's just more boxing for all of us. So I don't see how it hurt it. DAZN is unproven, so I can't say. ESPN already started, and it's at a cheaper price point to my knowledge. So yeah, I don't see why it would hurt. The thing that will hurt PBC if they're not putting on good fights, but how is DAZN with no stars that I know of except for Joshua versus Povetkin is likely to be on that, right? Who's on DAZN? How can that hurt anything? You know what I mean? Because DAZN's out, you're not going to watch Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? You're not going to watch Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter Jr. You're not going to watch Andre Berto versus Devin Alexander. What does ESPN Plus have to do with that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't see ESPN Plus or DAZN. What does that have to do with it? It's just more fights, if anything. But how's it going to hurt? The thing that will hurt PBC is if they stop putting on good events. That's how I see it. But despite whatever ESPN's doing or DAZN, I'm still watching Mikey Garcia Easter Jr. because I've been wanting to see that. I've been wanting to see my dude Sean Porter get a shot with Danny Garcia. So, I mean, DAZN had nothing to do with that. I want to see the fight. I'm going to support Wilder's next fight, no matter who he fights. Wilder could fight a Oompa Loompa from Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. I'm going to support it. I'll probably go out there, too. Just because I got it like that. You know, I'll go out there and support it. Because I know he did what he was supposed to do trying to land this fight. So he could Oompa Loompa doopity doo. If that's who Wilder decides to fight next, I'll support it. Because I don't think he's at fault here. He could fight Ricardo Tubbs from Miami Vice. I don't really care. I'm going to be like, yeah. I'll probably do a first look and everything. Because I don't think he's to blame here. He could fight Razor Ramon with or without the toothpick. Razor Ramon going to be like, Chico. And I'm going to support it. I'm like, damn. Wilder versus Razor Ramon. This is Scott Hall. This shit finna be good. Chico. Man, these American champs have been doing their thing. Terrence Crawford, Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence Jr. Oh my gosh, America, we got talent. America's got talent. I love it. I'm loving it. And there's others. David Benavidez, what a beast. Oh my gosh. Mikey Garcia, what a beast. Robert Easter, he's not afraid of nothing. He want to unify. Maurice Hooker, he went to the UK. Oh my gosh, America, we got talent. Clarissa Shields, damn, you did higher ratings than Anthony Johnson versus Joseph Parker. You go, girl. Okay. Clarissa Shields survived a knockdown, came back, got the business. Andre Ward is doing his thing. I know he's not fighting, but he got the Contender Series coming up. Oh my gosh, these American champions, they are impressing me. Raquel Miller just want to fight, another female fighter. It feels great to be an American. Minus what's going on these videos I'm seeing. Fucking Permit Patty. Oh, this little kid selling water. This is bullshit. Anyway, I'm out of here. Holla at the kid. Oh yeah, how could I forget the Charlo twins? Lions only, like a motherfucker. I heard Demetrius Andrade got a fight coming up. He's gonna be on the Jaime Munguia card, I believe. So shout out to him. He needs to fight active. I love watching Demetrius Andrade fight. He just has to do it more often. He just has to fight more frequently. And I mean, I watched the man spar live. He's a beast. You know, I think I think Wilder should try to fight Tyson Fury. Real shit. Tyson Fury said, "I'll fight you in 10 seconds." Explore that. That's a big fight. Bring that to New York. Tyson Fury, I don't think he really cares where it's at. And if Wilder beats him, then the Joshua Povetkin winner, that fight grows. That's a good fight. I would fight Tyson Fury. But like I said, if they go the route of mandatory, I'm not mad at Wilder. Shit, if AJ could fight his mandatory, then why can't Wilder fight his mandatory? But I think if we're looking for like to cap the year off, Wilder should do that. And I don't want to hear no excuses if he fights Tyson Fury. Don't be like, oh, Tyson Fury was never the same. He's the one that chose to do drugs and disappear for 2 years or get banned or whatever. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Period. If Tyson Fury beats Wilder, no excuses. It's a good fight. Tricky style. But see, Tyson Fury can't be playing around like he did with Safari. He ain't gonna be picking up Wilder at the weigh-in. I promise you that. And he's not gonna be like looking around in the ring and shit. Cause you fuck around and do too much, that Wilder right hand might bomb squad you. So, I think that's a great fight. I've been wanting to see that fight for years. See how real we keep it over here on this side, the new media side. I hope you guys enjoy, man. I hope you guys support. That's all I want, man. I want the best for boxing. Support what's real. And I'm not just talking about like super chats and stuff. I'm talking about like just support, like back up. Some of y'all be like liking my shit and then go to other channels that you know ain't talking about shit and then giving them a thumb up too. Like, support the real shit. I don't tell y'all who to watch or what to do, but all I'm saying is have some integrity with what you do. I don't watch a motherfucker I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I can't be thumbing up and being interactive and engagement. You know what I mean? We got to get back to some boxing. We got to get back to boxing. And that's what I noticed. Some people, they're treating this more like Joshua Wilder, more like a war thing. Like, it's not even about boxing anymore. It's like just about like a turf war about, oh, the Americans did this, so I'm a UK channel, so I'm going to say this. Or this made Anthony Joshua look bad, so I'm going to retaliate and call Wilder names and shit. But we'll see how far that gets him. At the end of the day, we'll see what's true. The Vampire's Dream. Thank you guys. You've been great. Smash the like button one last time. I'm gonna answer a few questions. I'm gonna end on that. We gotta fuck all the drama and shit that's not happening. Let's end on some. If you have a question, put Q&A and then put your question. I'm just gonna pick a couple before I get out of here. Damn, this new chair is comfy. I got that throne now. Oh, this shit's comfortable. Thank Ego for your time. No, thank you guys, man. If you have a question, put Q&A. We're just going to do an open session, open mic night. If you have a question for me, put Q&A and then write the question. Q&A, Ego, why you the GOAT? I don't know, man. I just do what I do and leave it up to interpretation. I mean, I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. I hope you guys enjoy it. My whole life, I've always been class clown, entertainer, drama classes. So I just try to have fun with what I do. They say it ain't work. If you enjoy what you do, then you'll never have to work a day in your life. Shout out to Cleveland. I'll be back out there. The Black Channel. Hey, J-Dog, he doesn't like when the Black Channel. the Black Channel, they all like Floyd. Q&A, what's the closest place to San Diego that holds live fights? I don't know. I don't live in that area. I don't know. I don't live in that area, so I don't know. I know LA has a ton of fights, but I don't know what's literally proximity-wise is the closest. Maybe it might be like UFC fights. I don't know for boxing, other than like just LA and StubHub, Staples Center and stuff. And that's not what you would call close. That's probably an hour and a half or better. Q&A, Ego, for $50. Can I get a Boxing Ego hoodie? It's the summertime. Y'all want me to come out with hoodies in the summertime? But like this, I lost 5 pounds fucking with Boxingego. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Y'all want a sauna suit? It's about to be the summer. It's been hot out here. Y'all want hoodies? I can come out with some, but I don't know if y'all want some hoodies right now. Q&A. Hold on. Fuck. Q&A. Any new info on Garcia Porter? No, I think the fight will happen. It hasn't been announced for whatever reason. You know, it could be just like little final things, venue, and trying to come up with the fight week schedule, something. You know what I mean? Just little shit. Making accommodations. Ego. Can I get a Triple G voice? And no, guys, all about no big. Willie Monroe is nothing. Tick, 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 tick. His punches is nothing. Q&A, Wilder, Tyson Fury, how does it play out? I would favor Wilder, especially now, if it happened. I don't know. I'm not convinced Tyson Fury is fully back, or like I don't know. So I gotta favor off of momentum. I gotta favor Wilder. I really do. Plus Tyson Fury got knocked down by Steve Cunningham. A little bit scary, because that was a cruiserweight. I know he's in shape and buff and all that, but yeah, I have to favor Wilder. I mean, he's been knocking everyone out, so I would say, I guess, Wilder late knockout or knockdown decision. Like decision, but with a knockdown or so. But Tyson Fury, him at his best, he's a handful. His frame, he's herky jerky and stuff. But see, Wilder's a different animal because he's athletic and he has some speed, good jab, and he's also pretty tall. He's taller than Klitschko, so it's a good fight. Q&A, any news on the rematch between Badu Jack and Adonis Stevenson? I haven't heard anything, but I heard Adonis might have to fight Vodstik from the Ukraine. That's a good fight. You know, I'm actually okay with that. I don't think I have to see the Badu Jack Adonis Stevenson. It was a good fight, but I don't think they have to fight each other right away. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, I actually don't mind Adonis versus Vodstik. Q&A, best boxing movie, fight scenes, and writing. I say Ali, hands down. Ali? I gotta watch that again. Because I think I remember liking it, but kind of wanting more. I think Will Smith did a good job of Ali, but maybe the Rocky series. I mean, they're classic. Everyone knows them. There's a couple. It's hard. Cinderella Man's good. Miss $1 Million Baby. That's a good one. Gladiator with Cuba Gooding Jr. That's a good one. That's real good. Creed. I like that. Catches bullets with his teeth. Q&A, Roy Jones Jr. voice impression. Damn, y'all got me late. I'm not even in the mood to do a bunch of shit. Didn't I just say that? That's what it takes sometimes. You take something from me, I'm coming to get it back. Now, if you beat me, I say, okay, we had a good night. I'm still coming to get it. But you beat me, this honestly, I'm coming to get it back. Pensacola. That's how Roy would do it. Jack Johnson, you see, we got the pardon from Donald Trump. Donald Trump in the office. They didn't want to do that when Obama was in the office. When Obama, because they didn't want that man to have that credit. So they gave it to Donald Trump, let him do the part. Okay, and still, they're going to let that man, Donald Trump, because he got a toupee. Donald Trump got the toupee, his hair like this. So they're going to let him do the Jack Johnson part. They didn't want to do that. Barack Obama, they didn't want to do that. I try to tell you. They didn't want to do it when Barack Obama was in office. They didn't want to pardon Jack Johnson. They want to give that Caucasian man, Donald Trump, because his hair like this. Hair look like Froyo. Did I just say that? Okay then. That's how Roy would do it. Didn't I just say that? Kenny Linder, he gonna laugh because he's a shooter. Talk shit, he gonna shoot you. He had no choice. He had no choice but to shoot. Roy be talking so fast, he don't even finish his whole sentence. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't knock me out, Roy. I love you. You're my favorite fighter ever. Down Trump, his hair look like Froyo. You wake out of bed, just get out of bed, just do that. He don't even like. It's not even like a complete sentence. He got out of bed, do his head like this. He already had the Oval Office. He had the Oval Office like that with the froyo head. like what? Then I just said, Kenny Leonard, he's a shooter. Talk shit. It don't matter. It don't matter. He do what he had to do. He gonna do that. J-Dog, he a shooter. J-Dog a shooter. King Corleone, he gonna shoot you. They got a wrench, they gonna shoot you. I can't help it. I try to tell shooter don't shoot. Shooter gonna shoot. That's what they do. See, y'all got me. I didn't even want to do no impersonation, but then I just say that. You got shooters, they in the stream, you talking shit, they gonna shoot. They got shoot in the name, so you gotta expect them to do that. Roy Jones is my favorite of all time. He's not getting up, Jim. That shit was funny. Jim Lampley, he don't know. He don't be knowing. He act like Pacquiao's gonna get up from it. Motherfucker, I could tell I watched that. I'll be real. I watched that on the stream because I was like, man, a fourth Marquez fight. I was like, nah. I thought Marquez got robbed in the third one, so I was like, man, I'm not paying for that. I ain't gonna do it. I'm just watching on the stream, and I watched on the stream. It wasn't even that great of quality, but you know what I mean, it was good enough. It was decent. What's the best streaming sites? I need that Anthony Johnson fight. That Anthony Johnson. There's a new fighter named Anthony Johnson. What's the best streaming site? Cause I'll be at the fight, so I don't know. I don't be streaming anymore. Really, I don't really have to. And then as far as Showtime, ESPN, HBO, I got all that. What the fuck is APK? I don't even know what that shit is. I used First Row before. But yeah, I was watching a stream. I knew Pacquiao wasn't getting up. The way he fell. Motherfucker just, yeah, you ain't getting up. What the fuck is Mob Dro? How do you get to these new ones? Y'all got that new shit. What is Mob Dro? How you get to these? What has good quality? We the Stream Kings. J-Dog, what is it? What did you say? Oh, yeah. Hit me on Facebook. That's cool. See, y'all boxing fans, y'all got all the answers, the secrets to Narnia and shit. I don't know what no Mob Dro is. Alright, I'm about to get out of here. It's been real. Disappointed the Joshua Wilder fight's not happening. The inconsistencies I've heard. But life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, young. There's a heaven for a G. Shout out to my shooters holding it down. I thought we'd have a little bit more resistance, but I think, man, we beating these dudes to a pulp. They don't even know what to do. I think they're just like, fuck. He's right. Ego's Army's right. Hey, where's your boy Keith Thurman at? Keith, come back. You know what Keith Thurman reminds me of? He seemed like he would be that dude from Brooklyn on Get Out. Like he just came and just different now. Motherfucker, like, oh shit, it's Thurman. Can I get a picture? Ching! Nose start bleeding. Like, Keith, what's wrong? His nose bleeding. Remember that dude that Get Out? Oh shit, it's one time. Hey Keith. Ching! Hell nah. One time, I didn't know you're. Hey. Like, hey, that motherfucker was tripping. Hey D, go watch Get Out. You tripping. I didn't spoil too much, but hey, that motherfucker was tripping with that flash. Keith, he just enjoying life, I guess. He be sitting Indian style like Dalsim of all times. Yoga Flame. Indian style. TC the Crisis, $2 super chat. That's some funny shit. Shout out to you. I don't do, whoever asked that, I don't do a pound for pound list. I am the pound for pound list. So if you want to know mine, it's ego. And then if you want top 10, ego. Dylon, and Dylon. I don't do a pound for pound list. But Lomachenko ain't number one. I will tell you that. It ain't Loma. I have to do it like Shaq. There's a lot of great fighters. I think he's a good fighter, but I don't think Lomachenko's number one. He's not even me and Kobe. So Lomachenko, I don't think he's number one. Can you dig it? Lomachenko, I think he's a good fighter. He has an amateur career, but he's not number one. Lomachenko is definitely not number one. I don't think he's number one, though. He's good. Ego, keep the videos coming. Ego, TBE of the YTBC. I'm TB Ego. Okay, Crawford is number one, for sure. Look at his development. And he ain't got more fights than Lomachenko, and he ain't got no losses. Shaq Fu. There's a lot of good fighters out there. I don't think that's a shock. Can you dig it? I have Crawford number one, bar none. Dude is special. And, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, Lomachenko is good, but look, I really feel Lomachenko is being matched different than Crawford. Like, I really feel that. Jorge Linares, that was a good fight. But even Linares has showed you that he could get broke up and mentally check out a fight. Antonio DeMarco. I think he even knocked down DeMarco. And then he came back and he's not in the trenches and shit. You get what I'm saying? Crawford, they just be putting him in there with whatever, and he be making everyone look like that. And if people are so stupid, they bring up Crawford getting hurt versus Gamboa. Who gives a fuck? Real talk. The reason I say who gives a fuck, it'd be one thing if anybody touches him and he's spilling over and all. The Gamboa fight happened so long ago. That was before he even really, like, nobody was even really checking for Crawford like that. Crawford knocked down Gamboa 4 times and ruined his career. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care that he got buzzed and didn't go down. It's just like Wilder Ortiz. Okay, he got hurt in the 7th round. But he stayed upright, and then he came back to stop his man and knock him down a couple more times. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, people focus on stupid shit. Oh, but if little Gamboa, Jeff Hearn tried that. Oh, if Gamboa hurt him, I'm definitely going to hurt. You think he's the same fighter from the Gamboa fight? Hell no. Because that was like his window of opportunity where he started popping after that. You know, that was like his first big like moment. You know what I'm saying? This is like people talk about Canelo. Oh, Jose Miguel Cotto hurt him. Who gives a fuck? Really, you guys miss me with stupid shit. If you're gonna talk boxing, talk about like some real shit. Canelo got hurt when he was 19, and he's clearly better of a fighter because he fought Cotto's brother Miguel, who's the better of the Cottos, and he beat his ass. So why do I care that he got hurt when he was 19, and then he stopped him anyway? He stopped Cotto's brother, even though he got hurt in that round. You know what I'm saying? People focus. They choose to focus on really lame arguments. No one said Canelo's invincible. Terrence Crawford. People showing me Errol Spence versus Lartney or whatever the fuck his name is, the dude that hurt him. Who gives a fuck? Can Lartney do that again? Or would Lartney or whoever the fuck that guy's name is, would he get steamrolled by the current Errol Spence? Errol Spence already beat him. He's undefeated. But again, people just keep showing clips of, you know, Wilder getting knocked out in the amateurs. I don't give a fuck. He's not doing that now. No one's doing that to him now. You people have to grow. That's like, I mean, look at my channel. if somebody starts pulling up YouTube videos that I made 2000, I don't remember what year, but let's say 2012, I'm pretty sure the quality is going to be different. My presence is going to be different. So if you're showing me a video that I did, like, oh, look at Ego's YouTube video from 2012, that was 6 years ago, 5 years ago or whatever. I don't even know what year it is. Of course, I have better equipment, I have better presence. I mean, that's what happens. You get better. And that's what I definitely did on this YouTube shit. I got better. I don't know what Robert Guerrero video you're talking about. You guys like this guy? He beat up his wife. Anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think. This is DJ Easy on the station that slaps you across your mother. Peace out, y'all. I'll be back. I don't know where Keith Thurman's at. Motherfucker, this is a vampire stream. It's 12:30. It turned into the vampire stream. We working, people. We working. We smirking. And the haters mad. See, someone brought up Keith Thurman. I gotta say this real quick. The thing too is this social media, the fans want to feel like, one thing that I respect about The Rock is he seems like a real cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at The Rock's, he be like, thank you very much, I'm The Rock, and can you smell? You know what I mean? When I go to his Instagram and shit, he makes you feel like you know him almost. Like, he'd be like, I'm in Iron Paradise right now, and we're just getting another, I want to thank you guys for coming out the preview of Rampage. Like, he's interactive with his fans, and he makes you feel like, you know, like you know him or some shit. But guys like Keith Thurman and AJ, what I think they can improve on is get more out there with your fans. Like, AJ got all this shit being said about him, all this shit, Eddie talking for him, Eddie contradicting himself. What do you think? What do you think, Anthony? Where's your interview? Why, like, I would want to hear the fight. I want to hear IFL do the interview with Anthony Johnson. You know, I want to hear what he says to this stuff. We hear Eddie all the time. Damn, I went to Texas for like a week and it got me talking like, I said, we heard what Eddie be saying. I got an accent and shit. But yeah, we hear what Eddie's saying all the time. Where's Anthony Johnson? What does he got to say about this? What does he think about fighting on DAZN? What does he think about Wilder? What does he think about, since he just said in May he didn't want to fight Povetkin? What does he think about fighting Povetkin and the Wilder fight not happening? You know what I mean? Same thing with Keith Thurman. Errol Spencer keep doing interviews and man down. I don't think Keith want to fight. Like, he's saying whattever he wants. What's Keith think? You just gonna let this dude say whatever he wants about you and fans and Jesse Vargas, and Jesse Vargas called him a champ and reset, and you just fuck it. You in Zen mode. You don't care. Like, I don't know. It's just, you got to be in tune with your crowd. You know what I mean? Keep your fans updated. Like, Keith Thurman is like a robot or a PR person's doing his social media. Fans want that to feel like close to the fighter or the person, the celebrity. It's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I heard AJ is in Russia now. I'm done. Y'all tripping. Peace out, y'all. These comments.